If you're anything like me and you find yourself paying attention to every single tiny pixel while watching an anime, even if you're just a casual anime watcher, chances are you've noticed some changes in your favorite anime from season to season. Whether it's the art style or the animation quality or just the overall vibe of the show, something feels different. And my friend, 95% of the time it's because the anime has switched studios. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. And don't worry, there will be no spoilers, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Before digging deep into this phenomenon, first we need to understand how the anime production process goes. And I'm going to keep it simple. We have a studio filled with artists and creatives, each pouring their heart and soul into bringing those scenes to life, from the initial sketches to the final touches that end up on our screens. And at the heart of this creativeness is the animation studio. These are the folks who decide how the characters we end up loving or hating look, how they move, and even how they sound.
Oh my god!
It is a bit like cooking. The studio is a chef and the anime is a dish they're serving up. But here's the thing, creating an anime isn't just about drawing and animating. There's a whole lot more going on behind the scenes. We're talking script writing, voice acting, sound design, and a ton of other elements that all need to come together perfectly. So it is a team effort, and when it works, it's magic. But when one piece of the puzzle is off, fans are going to complain. Alright, so we know the basics of how anime gets made and the effort behind those episodes we binge watch over a weekend. So why do studios sometimes pass the passion to someone else mid-race? It seems kinda risky, right? Well, there's more to the story, and it's not always about drama or controversy. You know what? Let's break it down. After doing some research and digging, I found that there are mainly 4 reasons behind anime studio switch, and I'm gonna try to explain each one. Sometimes the original creators like manga artists, novel authors, or original scriptwriters and the studio can't see eye to eye on the vision for the anime. And that's the first reason. Creative differences. It can be a big reason behind the decision to change anime production studios. This mismatch can affect everything from character design, narrative direction, to pacing and thematic focus. The second reason is budget issues, and that's self-explanatory. Anime isn't cheap to make, and sometimes financial disagreements or constraints can prompt a change. Third, we have scheduling conflicts. And it's when animation studios are often working on multiple projects, and sometimes they just can't commit to the timeline needed for the next season of a certain anime. And the fourth and last reason, it's the quest for a fresh perspective. Maybe the series needs a refresh, a new artistic touch, or a different storytelling approach to keep the audience hooked. So it is a gamble with high risks, One Punch Man Season 2, but potentially high rewards, because that's the intention. This change is aiming to bring fans an even better version of the stories they love, but reality is often disappointing. So, what actually happens when anime switches studios? The impact of such a change can be felt in several key areas. The first, and it's the most noticeable one, art and animation quality. Each studio has its own signature styles and quality standards. You can tell the difference between a mappa anime and a Wit Studios anime. You can tell the difference between a Madhouse anime and a JC Staff anime. This change can be good or bad. Most of the time is bad. An anime could get a turbo boost in fluidity and detail, or it might not pack the same punch. See what I did there? It's a One Punch Man Season 2 reference. Never mind. The second key area is storytelling. The soul of any anime is its story. A new studio might decide to tweak the pacing, focus on different aspects of the plot, or even reinterpret characters. An example of that is Vinland Saga Season 2. As you all know, Season 1 was animated by Wit Studios, and Season 2, Mappa took the charge. Yes, they adapt the part where there isn't much action, but you can tell that the pacing was kind of slow, but in a good way. I enjoyed it, and I think it should have won Anime of the Year instead of Jujutsu Kaisen. I know some people didn't like Season 2 of Vinland Saga. Yeah, I saw those farming saga posts. Third, and it is also noticeable if you're on the internet, and there is the fan reception. And the boy oh boy anime fans, where do I even start? They're passionate, vocal, and loyal, I give them that. But they can be dicks sometimes. Most of the times. I mean, every time. The reaction to studio changes can range from excitement or for potential improvements, even if it's just a leak. Remember that One Punch Man Season 3 leak last year? And how Twitter, I mean X, turned upside down? Well, that didn't age well.
What?
the hell? Oh my God! No way!
And in the opposite side of excitement, there's revolt if things don't meet expectations. Social media in that case turns into a battlefield. At the start of the 4th season of Attack on Titan, it's the first season under Mappa's wings. People were analyzing every frame, literally. This is anime fans when there's a CGI shot. This is anime fans when there is no CGI. This is anime fans when something happened. This is anime fans when nothing happened. I don't understand anime fans. The 4th point is the cultural impact. This change can breathe new life into an anime, bringing in fresh audiences and renewing interest in certain franchises in another universe. But this universe, it feels like a misstep, alienating long-time fans and diminishing the series' legacy. Like for example, 7 Deadly Sins, and how changing studios affected it to this day. But it is a cultural achievement in the world of anime. In 100 years from now, people are going to look back at Season 3 and say, yeah, that's pure shit. The point of this video is that change isn't inherently good or bad. It's all about the execution. A new studio can bring groundbreaking innovations, stunning visuals, and breathe new life into a story we thought we knew. I personally can't imagine which studios animating Season 4 of Attack on Titan. With all the complaints that fans had, and now that the series is over, Mappa did well. It improved with each season, and they nailed the mature tone of the show with how it looks. They did such a good job. I'm proud of you, Mappa. So, next time you hear about an anime changing hands, remember the reasons behind such a move and embrace the change with an open mind. Because you never know, it might just introduce you to a new way of experiencing your favorite stories. As we wrap it up, you might be wondering where the idea for this video came from. Well, it's all because Frieren is set to conclude tomorrow from the day I'm recording this. And as many of you know, Madhouse, the studio behind Frieren, has a bit of a, let's say, complicated relationship with second seasons. So I have this fear that Frieren might not get the continuation it deserves, or heaven forbid, another studio steps in to carry the torch. But hey, that's the world of anime for you, full of twists and turns. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.